How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the video. It's crazy to think that I actually never touched a single iPad after the first generation iPad. Yeah, I know. I had the very first one and it was fun. Believe me, when I saw that thing, when that thing came out, everybody went crazy. The world went crazy and I got one. I felt like I couldn't do much with it. Maybe that's because of the technology back then, right? But you could play a few games. You could be a little bit productive, maybe do a few things here and there. And I was just in college, by the way. Okay, so I got my hands on an M2 iPad Pro and this thing is phenomenal. So I thought about why not I share with you some of the accessories that I'm using for my iPad that might actually help you get through classes. All right, so first on our list is the Apple Pencil Gen 2. This thing is phenomenal, guys. To me, your iPad without an Apple Pencil, you're just not getting the full experience of the iPad. And this brand brings new cool features that you can actually use for drawing and taking notes better. And that's because of the hover function that it has. It also has touch capabilities, which depends on which app you are. And if you're just taking notes, the touch might help you go between the pencil and the eraser function. And it's magnetic and it attaches to your iPad right on the side. And once you do, you actually charge your pen. So compared to the Gen 1 that you actually have the lightning port on the back of it, this one is much better because you don't need to plug in. And if you guys have the brand new iPad, which is USB-C, you now need an adapter to convert from USB-C to lightning so that you can connect your Gen 1 pencil. Not this one though. This one is pretty sleek. All you do is just roll to the side, is magnetic, and you're good to go. Once I got the Apple Pen and started using the iPad, I realized that the surface was very slippery. And then I found out there's a screen protector by PaperLike that it's PaperLike. It's pretty cool. The installation is super simple and it does give you almost like a texture of a paper. Not 100% like a paper, of course, but you do get more resistance on your tips. And I did hear about that if you actually go ahead and you change the tips of your Apple Pen, you can actually experience a much paper-like feel. So I have to try that out. I haven't yet. I still just have my pencil stock the way it comes, but I might give it a go and I probably tell you guys in the future how this thing turns out. So not only for taking notes, the PaperLike is really great as well as a screen protector. And my main concern, to be honest guys, was that it was going to take the quality out of my screen because I don't like screen protectors. I don't care if my device is gonna break. I just don't like it. For the trade of the quality of the device itself, how it comes natively, I said I don't like it. But you know what, I gave it a try and I have to say I'm not disappointed. It's even better because it removes certain glares. So like when I'm gaming or I'm watching content, I don't have some unnecessary glares on the screen. So this one is really dope and I truly recommend, especially if you're gonna use your iPad for taking notes, sketching, or doing any kind of design work. Which brings us to the next thing, and that's the screen cleaner. This thing is amazing. I love this little guy. I'm taking it everywhere it goes because I don't like fingerprints on my screens as well. And this thing, I don't have to carry a sprayer and a napkin or a cleaner. I just pretty much spray this guy and wipe it down and my screen is super clean. And there are multiple brands out there doing this same concept because I don't know who actually came with this, but it's a great idea. I picked this one from Amazon. I'll throw links in the description below so you guys could check it out, as well as any other item that I mentioned in this video, also with some promotional codes, so just be on the lookout for that. So I hope you're not going to be suicidal and use your iPad without a case, so let's talk about it. So let me show you the Muff Case and the Muff Folio. So let's talk about the case first. By the way, thank you Muff for sending these products over. They are amazing. And guys, I love this combo. First is the case, of course, which is made of plastic and it's got very thin bezels so your iPad is not as bulky. So this is not meant for example, impact protection, but this is more for functionality. So your iPad has a place where you can actually rest your pencil. And for you that don't actually have an iPad Pro and using the Gen 1 pencil, this is great because it's got a slot where the pencil can rest and you're still rocking your iPad in style. This case is really dope because it has those 3 pins on the back which transfers functionality from the iPad to, for example, the Apple Magic Keyboard if you happen to use one. And one of the things that I was really impressed about is that your magnets, they still work. It still has the same amount of strength. If you're going to use any other mount or stand with your iPad, you can still have the Muff Case attached to your iPad, which is a great combo with the Muff Folio. And guys, the Muff Folio is my favorite case so far. Guys, I take this everywhere I go around the house, or if I'm going somewhere. This thing is awesome because I can use it in multiple configurations and it stands in multiple ways, and I just love it. It's super versatile. I can set it up so I can draw, I can set it up so I can take notes, or I can set it up to game. If you don't take anything else from this video, at least the Muff Case. And guys, this video is not sponsored. Muff is not paying me to say this. I really just like this product a lot, and my iPad 99% of the time is hooked up to this system. Is the Muff Folio with the Muff Case, just because it's so versatile to me, and I can always just drop my pen in there and I'm good to go. But let's say you're not a folio person, you don't like your iPad to actually have a flip cover, then I got you covered with the Benks Kevlar case. Benks was also super nice for sending this to me, so thank you Benks for sending this over. And what I understand, this product is still in development. I believe they are releasing it. I think you can find it on the website, so look out for a link below. I might have it on a discount code for you as well to take advantage of. This one is pretty cool. It's got protective bezels around it. It's not on the thick side. I don't like thick cases because I just think it takes away from the design of the product itself. But this guy is super sturdy. Okay, it's still a little bit flexible, but it is made with Kevlar, and you do also have kind of like a bump indentation on the camera area so that you get to protect your camera area against surfaces. And on the side, it does bring in a groove for your Apple Pencil to rest on. The magnetic properties are still there, just not to the back of it, to my experience, especially when I tried to pair up with another accessory that I'm about to talk to you guys about. I didn't get to experience that with this case. Overall, is a really cool case, and again, this is for you guys that like to just throw it on a backpack and you guys don't worry about your screen because you do have a screen protector and you don't like a folio. So I'll check out Benks. And for you that is a student that actually like to type with your iPad, I'd recommend to getting yourself a keyboard. Of course, Apple sells the Magic Keyboard, which is like almost $300. It's insane if you're a student. But for students, there's an option that I found on Amazon for $99. It's actually by a company called AICE, and it is a floating Magic Keyboard case. And one thing that this keyboard has over Apple's Magic Keyboard is that it has function keys, so you can use brightness controls, volume controls, and skip track and fast forward and things like that. It's very easy to connect. Simply you drop your iPad and you actually use a key combination and pretty much it's connected. And every time you're not using your iPad and you close the case, it pretty much powers off. It also charges via USB-C, which will give you an extra USB-C port when you connect it to your iPad. So that's pretty cool because if you want to connect a dongle, you have multiple places to connect your dongle and go about your day. So I was very impressed by how these keys feel, but was disappointed how the trackpad feels. So the trackpad, to the touch, it feels good, just not when you're clicking. It is super loud click, and I thought it was going to be a little bit uncomfortable because if you're in class or even like taking a meeting and you have people around you, you clicking that trackpad, it will be distracting for sure, or it could even get you kicked out of class. Besides that, this keyboard is good. The trackpad has the same functionalities of your iPad screen, which you can use 3 fingers to swipe up or 2 fingers to swipe left and right, as well as other pinch control and zoom in controls. So with your iPad, I recommend a fast charger with it. So Gavastar was really cool to send this one over, and it's the Alpha 65. This is my favorite buddy. This guy is on my desk the entire time. Guys, I can't lie, this thing looks so cool. I mostly use it for the core more than I use it as a charger, but when I'm moving around the house and I do need my iPad to charge, he is my favorite one to go. It is so interesting to look at it, and of course it is a fast charger supporting 65 watts of charging power, and it has 2 ports, a 20-watt power and a 65 power, and it is able to charge this fast because of the GaN technology, which is gallium nitride, and it's an element that actually produces less heat. That's why these fast chargers are becoming smaller and smaller, and this guy packs a punch. It charges my MacBook, it charges my iPad and other devices that I have around the house, and I just love it. So why not keeping it fun and take this guy to school with you? And you don't know, it might even start a conversation which you might find classmates that want to share homework with you or notes. You don't know. And a really cool accessory that I also found that goes really well with it is this USB-C cord with a display screen. I thought it was really interesting that it displays the amount of power that is outputting, which of course sometimes is not just up to the actual charger, it's the device intake capabilities as well. But I like it because it lets me know basically how much power is charging on my iPad, and it also has a light indicator that lets me know when my device is fully charged. And this one I picked up on Amazon by a brand called AICE, and it's almost like a braided cable. I recommend you check it out. Next is a bag or a sleeve. I tend to walk around with my camera bag a lot, and I was like, why should I take my camera bag when I just need to take my iPad? So that's why I picked up this bag. This bag is pretty cool. It's got actually two main compartments, one which you can also put your laptop and one for your iPad. It also has a slot for your Apple Pen and two extra pockets for your wallet or your charger, and it's super cool. It's heavy duty, okay, so it's almost like a military standard type of nylon. It is waterproof, and the zippers feel incredibly sturdy and very, very high quality. It also supports multiple ways of being carried and a shoulder pad, which is adjustable, that you could just almost wear it like a sling bag. And it's very convenient for those days that you don't want to carry like a lot of books or just a lot of stuff on your backpack. You just throw your iPad in this bag and you're good to go. Oh, and by the way, for those of you students that hate going from class to your car just because of the heat, I got something really cool for you guys. So Rambo sent me this neck AC device and I was blown away. I didn't even know these things existed. I recently went to Las Vegas and I saw a guy with it on a neck and I was like, bro, what is that? And the guy's like, a neck fan. I'm like, that's what? Are those things even a thing? And they just like, yeah, those are a thing. I couldn't find mine. I went to like 8 different stores to find mine. And next day I saw another lady with it and I just kept seeing people after people with neck fans. I'm like, okay, I need to check this stuff out. So let me tell you about the AC3, which is a intelligent neck AC. And this thing is impressive. So it does have the vents that can blow the air out. It does have also 2 cooling pads. Impressively, it brings a microphone and speakers. Yes, you can listen to music from this. Of course, they're not the best speakers in the world, but you can take calls comfortably, and anybody on the other side wouldn't have any problem hearing you. It is connected via USB-C port, of course, and the battery lasts a pretty long time. But for you to experience the best functionality out of this device, you need to use the app for it, which you can control the percentage of the fan output. You can control how cool your cooling pad gets, or if you're just very stressful between classes or exams, you can also use it as a heat massage therapy. So that thing is really impressive to me. I just thought I would share this guy with you. It's not an accessory that I would use it specifically just with my iPad, but since we're talking about school and I know how stressful exams and class could get, I thought I'd throw this one out there for you too. And for those of you who just like using your iPad on a desk when you get home, Kuxiu Global was really cool for sending us their X36 stand. This thing is a magnetic stand, which, like I said, when you pair it with your Muff Case, you can still take advantage of the stand, and I use this thing all the time. If I'm on my desk, my iPad is on the stand the entire time. I can use it close to my iMac, and because of the new updates made by Apple, I could just move my mouse from my iPad straight to my iMac, even the keyboard. I don't need to reconnect my keyboard to my iPad. I just move my mouse to my keyboard and I start typing. And this stand doesn't take a lot of footprint on your desk. All you do is clamp it and you are good to go. It is a very sturdy stand, so don't worry about having your iPad on it. It's not gonna fall on you. Although I do see that when you get into like very stretched out positions, you can see that stand just giving off. And one thing I wish they included was a way for you to actually adjust the amount of tension between each arm or link. All right, now let's talk about when you just want to chill. I'm trying out the Luna app by Amazon that offers you a lot of gaming options. So, and with that, I advise you to pick up the Luna gaming controller, which I did, just to go with it, with this iPad you can pair up your existing PS4 or PS5, even Xbox controller, but I never had an Xbox before, and in the Luna app the gaming controls were all in like Xbox style of a controller. So I'm like, okay, instead of me getting an Xbox controller and not having an Xbox, let me just get the Luna controller. And this thing is pretty dope. Its body and curvature is almost designed like an Xbox controller, which I believe they are the best controllers in the world, even though I don't have an Xbox. I just love the way it sits on my hand and the way it feels, and I'm enjoying this thing. I played the Dark Knight a lot. It's my favorite game. I can beat this game over and over and I can never get bored. So I thought I would share this with you guys as well, and I'd really hope any of these accessories can speak to you and can help you become a little bit more productive, or maybe just enhance the productivity from school or from work if you do use an iPad for work and design like I do. Also look out for my review on the M2 iPad. I haven't done a review yet. I will. I probably should have started with that. It's okay. Just be on the lookout for the next few weeks. I'll drop a review on it, hopefully before Apple releases the new one, because I know Apple is going to release a new iPad Pro. So let's just be on the lookout for that. With that being said, thank you for watching the video. Again, this is Kai Marcelizi. Like, subscribe, do the thing. I'm loving your guys' feedbacks, and I will continue to drop content consistently. Drop me some suggestions below. I'd love to check out what's on your mind. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.